Imagine an army so powerful and swift that it could conquer lands from the Pacific Ocean to the heart of Europe. Picture a society of nomads who, with their unmatched skills in warfare and strategic brilliance, established the largest contiguous empire in history. The Mongols, under the leadership of the legendary Genghis Khan, achieved what no other empire before or after them could. But how did a group of nomadic tribes rise to such unparalleled power? What strategies, technologies, and tactics did they use to carve out this vast dominion? Today we dive deep into the fascinating saga of the Mongol Empire, revealing how they forged history's most formidable empire. The rise of the Mongol Empire is one of the most remarkable stories in history. Starting with Genghis Khan, the Mongols created the largest contiguous land empire ever, reshaping the political, economic, and cultural landscape of Eurasia. In 1206, a tribal chieftain named Temujin was crowned Genghis Khan, which means universal leader. He united the Mongol tribes under a new military and social order, emphasizing loyalty and discipline. Genghis Khan revolutionized the Mongol army, transforming it into a highly organized force. He instituted laws forbidding the sale of women, theft, and hunting during the breeding season. His emphasis on literacy and trade laid the foundations for a thriving empire. Genghis Khan's ambitions grew beyond the Mongolian steppe. He led raids against the Western Xia in northern China, ultimately capturing their territory and demanding tribute. These early conquests allowed the Mongols to control parts of the Silk Road, increasing their wealth and influence. One of the most interesting facts about this period is the Mongol army's efficient communication system, using mounted couriers on the Yam network, which operated like an ancient postal service. After conquering parts of China, Genghis turned his attention westward. In the Khwarezmian Empire, modern-day Iran and Central Asia, a diplomatic mission from the Mongols was met with treachery, prompting Genghis to launch a massive invasion. The Mongols conquered major cities like Samarkand and Bukhara, adapting their usual hit-and-run tactics to complex sieges. They left behind a legacy of both destruction and innovation, reshaping the dynamics of power in the region. A notable fact from this campaign is how the Mongols adapted to different forms of warfare, such as siege tactics, showing their military ingenuity. Additionally, they offered cities a stark choice: surrender and become part of the Mongol Empire, paying tribute but remaining relatively unharmed, or resist and face complete destruction. This tactic of psychological warfare created fear and often led to cities capitulating without a fight. Genghis Khan's successors and continued expansion. After Genghis Khan's death in 1227, his third son, Ogedei Khan, took the mantle. The Mongols continued their policy of aggressive expansion. Ogedei extended Mongol control into China, completing the conquest of the Jin dynasty. To the west, Mongol forces under generals like Chorma Khan expanded into Iran, Armenia, and Georgia, and under Prince Batu and Subadai, they launched devastating campaigns into Eastern Europe, including Russia, Poland, and Hungary. An interesting fact about this period is the sheer reach of the Mongol armies. While they did not always seek to occupy territories permanently, they left regions devastated and shifted the balance of power across the continent. For example, in Europe, the Mongols' sudden withdrawal in 1241 after the death of Ogedei remains a historical mystery that may have saved Western Europe from a full-scale invasion. Internal struggles and the rule of Möngke and Kublai Khan Ogedei's death led to a period of political uncertainty. His son, Guyuk, had a brief and relatively uneventful rule before dying in 1248. Power struggles ensued, with regents and other descendants of Genghis vying for control. Eventually, Möngke Khan rose to power in 1250. Under his rule, the Mongol armies renewed their campaigns. His brother Kublai led military efforts in China, targeting the southern Song dynasty, while another brother, Hulegu, moved into the Middle East, destroying the Ismaili stronghold and eventually sacking Baghdad in 1258. This ended the Abbasid Caliphate, a significant turning point in Middle Eastern history. What's intriguing about this period is the scale and scope of the campaigns. For example, the destruction of Baghdad marked the end of one of the most influential centers of Islamic civilization. However, internal strife soon followed, with civil war erupting after Mongol's death. Kublai eventually emerged victorious, establishing the Yuan dynasty in China. Despite this, the cohesion of the empire began to falter as various regions pursued their agendas. The fall and legacy of the Mongol Empire. The death of Genghis Khan in 1259 sparked internal conflicts that weakened the empire's unity. Kublai Khan, while successful in conquering China, lost influence over the other parts of the empire. The vast Mongol territories were eventually divided into several khanates, such as the Yuan dynasty in China, the Ilkhanate in Persia, the Chagatai Khanate in Central Asia, and the Golden Horde in Russia. This fragmentation marked the beginning of the end for the once unified Mongol Empire. One remarkable legacy of the Mongol Empire is the promotion of trade and cultural exchange across Eurasia. They facilitated the Silk Road trade, connecting the East and West and allowing the exchange of goods, technology, and ideas. For instance, the introduction of gunpowder to Europe is often attributed to the Mongol conquests. Despite their reputation for brutality, the Mongols also valued knowledge and artisanship, spreading ideas and technologies across their vast domain. Conclusion. The Mongols' story is one of incredible military prowess, political intrigue, and cultural impact. From Genghis Khan's unification of the steppe tribes to the sprawling empire that reshaped continents, their legacy is a testament to how nomadic peoples could build and influence great civilizations. If you want to explore more about how the Mongol Empire changed the world, subscribe to Infinitia Verity and dive into our journey through history's most fascinating epics.